Hello and welcome to Editor's Take. My name is Uttaresh Venkateshwaran. Today we are here to talk about the concept of side pocketing, which helps mutual funds segregate their bad assets and their good assets. So to tell us more about this, we've got Kayezad Adajania here. Kayezad, hi and welcome. Let's start with the basics. What is side pocketing?
So, side pocketing is a mechanism that Sebi has now allowed fund houses to make use of.
Right.
What happens is that it allows fund houses to segregate their bad assets from the good assets. So, in case if there is a default in a credit rating of an instrument that your fund is invested in, what happens is in general circumstances, the price of the debt security falls, the NAV of a debt security also falls, as a result of which then the fund shows a big loss. Investors can panic and withdraw, and they tend to book a big loss.
Right.
So, to prevent this from happening and also to ensure the best interest of investors, what Sebi has said was that we'll allow you to do side pocketing, which means that you carve out these so-called bad assets into another part of the same scheme.
Right.
And that segregated part of the portfolio would be frozen till the time that the fund house can recover the money from this asset. Right. No sales are allowed in this scheme, no subscriptions are allowed in this scheme, and it gets frozen till the time the money is recovered. Okay. Meanwhile, the life continues for the good part of the scheme. Right. You can enter the good part of the scheme, you can take your money if you want to and go away.
But something as investor friendly as this, why has Sebi then kept this alternative as an option for a mutual fund?
Well, it's a strategy that Sebi has allowed fund houses to do. It depends on fund house whether they want to make use of a strategy or not. Because let's say if there are two schemes in this particular security. Right. One scheme is let's say 0.5%, one scheme is let's say 10% in the same security which gets downgraded. The 0.5% security fund may not want to do side pocketing because it may not be worth their time. Okay. But the fund which has invested 10% of its corpus in that particular scheme, they might want to do side pocketing. So it's a strategy, left it open for fund houses whether they want to do it or not.
Right. So we spoke about the advantages. Are there any risks that fund houses see, or there is certain risk that fund houses may indulge into? Is there a certain type of misuse or something?
I personally don't think that fund houses would actually tend to misuse this facility, because anyways it's optional for fund houses to do side pocketing. Plus there are a lot of conditions that Sebi has attached to fund houses if they want to opt for side pocketing. Like for example, the fund manager's salaries can be cut in case if they opt to do side pocketing, and that can be plowed back into the scheme. There are a lot of disclosures need to be made. Right. And at the end of the day, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Absolutely. So if you do side pocketing frequently, it sets a bad impression to the investment community that this fund is taking an undue amount of risk and then resorting to side pocketing every now and then.
So it's better for the fund houses.
Better for the fund houses, better for investors also.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for this insights, Kayezad. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Editor's Take. For more such news and views, stay logged on to moneycontrol.com. Thanks for watching.